I actually made relevant. I made art related to the episode. So.
I have so much to say on this episode. I'm excited.
I'm glad you have. I'm glad you have.
Because you don't?
No.
Oh. Oh.
I've got like 3 specific things to say about it. And
is it bad that I think of my punchlines ahead of time, like as I'm watching the initial, and I'm like, oh, I got something funny to say here, and then I'm like, oh, they're all gonna giggle.
I'm
gonna make a funny.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Those are things I made.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Let's
I shall
view
click.
this.
We had art.
Oh, that is sweet.
Those look so good.
No, they actually look absolutely terrible because
No,
I
these look so good.
For the time that you've had to do that, to do some nice little pixel art stuff, I need to save this. Yeah.
I'm
absolutely
wondering.
love the shading on it.
Is that right? I've just gone zip and dragged it onto my desktop, so there we go.
I mean, I could probably send you it without the background.
Yeah, the transparent one.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll keep that there for the time being. Ugh, my desktop
what I
is
would
full
be
of
sending you
images
would
for
also,
posts.
But what I would be sending you would also be at 100% scale. And what is 100% scale on this image?
It's absolutely tiny.
I don't know. Small enough as it is.
58 by 31. So yeah.
Go away.
We need somebody to take these sprites and make something for Sonic Amateur Game Expo.
Sage, yeah.
Okay, I'll.
Or bot on Qbot, go to White Castle.
I'll buy
Fund
Flash. Maybe I need to buy Flash anyway.
Fund it. Yeah, let's kickstart our own Sonic Boom game, which is just Orbot on Qbot in pixelated form.
Orbot and Qbot's Excellent Adventures.
Yeah.
Orbot and Qbot destroy the internet.
Orbot Qbot's Excellent Adventures.
I would play that, like, totally not even jokingly. Like, I would play that legitimately.
It's one of those things. Dear Mr. Sega, I know that you're concentrating on Aliens and Football Manager and Total War and something, but we'd like to just discuss with you, if we may, take a few moments of your valuable time, the possibility of a spin-off from Sonic based on 2 robot lackey characters. The whole point of which is just that they're sprites and they get into wacky mishaps.
Excuse me, sir. Have you heard the good word of Orbot and Qbot?
Yes. Just knock on your door.
Oh, that's giving me a great idea for what the game should be. Have you ever heard of a Mega CD game called Switch?
No.
Switch.
I honestly only know like 2 Mega CD games.
Apparently,
guess what one of them is though.
Is the box? Is the front of box quote not like this, and then the game crashes?
I don't know.
No.
This is Switch.
Matrix reference in there. No,
it has the best intro ever.
Wow.
I don't need the rest of the game. I just need that in my life. That's it.
I'd say we have the best intro ever.
The best intro ever. Yeah, we are recording. I just couldn't be bothered to say anything. I need to. Okay, yeah, that's.
This game is literally just Monty. This is literally just Monty Python on Mega CD, pretty much. It was only released in Japan though, which is a bit sad, but.
Aren't all the good ones
Only released in Japan.
I say as I'm playing Mother 3 on my emulator right now.
How dare you?
But do you not mean that the pigeon sent you the fully working Japanese NES system and cartridge? It's a weird thing. See, there's two slightly pixely robots there. That'll do the trick. Anyway, hello everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to an hour of just random conversational. Welcome to conversational
Slightly based
Sega.
around Sonic.
Yeah, welcome to
Slightly
conversational
based around Sonic.
Yeah, conversational Sega. Conversation 1. Sonic Boom. So, apparently, and I said that we would address this in the brief manners, apparently at one time during development, which like we didn't know already, at one stage during development, Sonic's arms were tan coloured. You know how like one stage in development when Sonic was just normal Sonic and therefore had tan arms then, and then it sort of crossed over and development happened. So
What, you mean the first drafts aren't the final design?
I know. Although actually, in fairness, it did solve one of the mysteries, because those the image that we got of the work in progress design image that we got on announcement of the 4 of them, Sonic had this really sort of face going on. And he looked out of place, and now we know why. It was because that drawing wasn't done at the same time as the other 3.
Yep.
But hey, so yes, Sonic at one stage had tan arms, and guess what, guys? It doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't.
I think I prefer him, at least the Boom version, with the blue arms. Maybe I'm just used to it at this point, but like, I prefer it for at least Boom. At least Boom. I'm not saying in general, but at least for Boom, it's an easy identifier.
No, you totally mean for everything. Absolutely. Sonic stopped shaving his arms.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, that's a scary thought, actually, because that would be like, oh, that's weird.
So are we suggesting that occurred so that it increased his aerodynamic capability?
That's why he runs faster in the modern games than in Boom.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about the. Do you remember when somebody found those pictures of the Sonic 06 cutscene renders?
Oh. Those.
Including the one where Silver was actually Silver, but I mean, like, the intro cutscene assets and stuff.
No, actually. Once no.
Oh. Because the Sonic model had a fur texture. Like a proper
I remember
one.
this. Yeah, I've seen this.
Not on the arms, though.
Oh yeah, no, he had like
and the arms were the same as the muzzle.
Fur stuff, didn't he?
And he had a fluffy chest.
he had the floof as well.
He didn't have that much floof.
Yeah.
He did not exactly get a floof transplant from Silver or anything.
Or Shadow.
No.
Sonic is the odd one out in terms of chest hair.
Okay, because we're now discussing chest hair and Sonic being the odd one out, I need to go find the Sonic version of Company.
So on today's nonsense, we have Kat, who's now searching chest hair. We have Tanner.
Hello. I just googled in brackets Sonic the Hedgehog and then in another brackets chest hair, and there's a surprising many results, most of them from fanfiction.net, but a few people genuinely wondering about chest hair on Sonic characters. Very interesting. I'm done with that now. Close that window and delete my browser history.
I found Company. There we go.
Delete my browser history, delete my browser, reformat my computer.
There you go.
I've seen this too.
Just hope the police don't find it.
Sonic the Company. There we go.
Oh god. We have Jono here.
Hello.
Jono is back. How have you been, sir?
I've been alright. It's been a few weeks since I've been on one of these.
No, glad to have you back. And of course, no commentary would be complete.
Or really anything Sonic related at this point.
In fact, pretty much anything involving the internet would be complete without our good friend Donnie. Hello, Donnie.
Hi.
How have you been, sir?
It's raining, and I was able to get my YouTube channel partnered.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Is it raining? Is it raining cats? Is it raining dogs? Or is it raining men?
Hallelujah.
Yeah. If it's raining cat, that's going to be pain.
Yeah,
It'd be awkward for her.
It's raining. Yeah, it's raining cat.
It's raining cat.
A single cat.
A single cat.
Not neither.
No.
It's just
This is very unfortunate cat that keeps being picked up by the wind and it's been dropped over and over again.
God, okay, no, that reminds me of this stupid Minecraft glitch my sister showed me, where you can make it so that a cat, like, you get 50 cats following you, and then they respawn on a single block in the air. But because of that, they respawn and they all kind of explode because there's 50 of them and fall off the block, making a cat fountain. Literally a fountain of cats falling from the sky.
It's raining cats and dogs.
Oh,
There's no dogs, sadly.
There we go.
You
I
could
sent you
make
the link for that as well.
you could spawn wolves up there, I guess.
Oh god. Oh, it's Rooster Teething, is it?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But it's a Minecraft video and they're just discussing how to do this glitch.
The cat fountains, my goodness. Coming soon.
Yeah, but the
coming
best
soon.
part is the noise that happens.
Coming,
Oh, yes.
Coming soon to Dr. Eggman's evil garden. It's the cat fountain.
Kevin, the best thing is just the noise that happens.
I'm gonna have to put this on now, aren't I?
Wow.
It's in Minecraft, yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Let me explain what's happening.
Break it up.
That's a lot of fucking cats.
What's
What
happening?
what is the
Now
what?
that Matt and Jeremy are here, I will and on Fridays, it'll be whatever else.
Yeah, to explain a little bit, the cat explosion you're seeing right now is actually from a video. I
Welcome
found
to
on-
Sonic Cats.
I figured we could
Okay, I-
every 6 months, maybe.
Yeah,
Are-
It's a beautiful glitch, isn't it?
it's an interesting one.
Actually, it's a feature.
Yes, of course. Right. So since we've got both Tanner and Jono back,
Yay,
oh
I'm
yeah,
done
I'm
with
Kevin.
final
Hi, by the way.
exams.
You got exams, did you?
I'm done. I'm
Your
done
exams.
them. I'm out of school, which means I have to find a job.
Well, guess
How will
what?
I have-
Guess what? School's back in, sucker. Because
will I
I'm
fund my
going to
amiibo
quiz
collection?
you on your thoughts and opinions on the last couple of episodes. Because
Righty-o, Bob. You're gonna have to remind me what they are. I did take a look, but I've already forgotten.
they were looking at the episode list.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember off the top of my head either. I try and my mind's been slowly erased this week by nonsense just going on. Sonic Boom episode list. So memorable.
I
Well,
remember one of them was about a giant rock monster
Yeah,
getting
that's the
woken
one
up.
I remember, and I don't remember the other one that I
Right,
missed.
okay,
Oh,
so last week was the Curse of the Buddy Buddy Temple.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked that one. It was just good character interaction, good animation, a few jokes that actually got me like laughing pretty hard. And I mean, the plots I'm pretty sure been like just thinking back off the top of my head, like, you know, Sonic and Eggman have to cooperate. It's been done before. In fact, it's been done already like in this show, but it's good.
Jono?
Yeah. It's cut. The last two episodes I only actually watched from maybe a few hours ahead of when we actually sort of done this recording, and it's kind of highlighting a problem which I'm now starting to see with Sonic Boom as a whole, which is I only watched these episodes a couple of hours ago, yet I had trouble remembering what actually happened in them, and that kind of leads me to think that a lot of the episodes of Sonic Boom are turning out to be quite, you could almost call them throwaway, if that makes any sense at all. So, you know, you watch it and then you just kind of forget about it. There's nothing that's really stood out, except for maybe one or two moments. As for the episodes themselves, though, now that I actually do remember what they were actually about, the Rock Golem one I wasn't crazy about.
See, I actually disliked that one. I didn't get to say my thing on that, but I actively pretty much disliked that one.
Why?
And it's
Why
only
did you
because
dislike that one?
there's there was one thing in that episode that I can only really remember one thing, and
Styx
Styx
lullaby?
is singing. It has not left my head, and it hurts. It hurts to think back to. And I mean, I know that's the purpose of it, and I know that mission accomplished, guys. But no, it just it was bad. And I guess that's kind of, again, mission accomplished, but
It went horribly right.
exactly, yeah.
Horribly right.
I just imagine now that Minecraft cat fountain, and you just hear Styx's lullabies.
Oh, God.
Singing in the background.
Donnie, no.
Only the dead can know peace from this evil.
Jono, what about Sleeping Giant for you, Jono?
Well, it kind of goes back to the whole thing that nothing really happened in it which made me remember it. All I just remember is there was this big giant rock dude who had some trouble getting to sleep. Styx ended up getting kidnapped or something, and then the episode just kind of ended. So yeah, it was just kind of another throwaway plot to me, because we'll never see that rock monster again, will we? If we're being perfectly honest.
It might appear in the background for a one-off gag as a separate character, but
when it's going to sleep for the next 100 years, I doubt it somehow.
What I want to know is there now going to be, when we see Eggman's garden, is like this huge? It could be like this huge hill in the middle of it because he's put potting soil all over it and covered it in turf, presumably.
I don't know. What if it turns up in the background in another episode, seeing a doctor about its sleeping problems?
Oh,
because somebody woke him up again.
The classic comedy gag of character goes to the doctor, and then you see all the people in the waiting room with various different ailments, all of which are quote unquote hilarious. Is this where we're going?
Not really.
Yeah. As for the other episode, the Curse of the Buddy Temple, found it a lot better. Admittedly, half of it, I did find the whole them arguing who the leader was going to be getting a bit tiresome by the end of it. Because I think, how many times do they sort of effectively show us the same scene?
I agree with that, except Knuckles, everything he said was hilarious, so I kind of forgave it.
Knuckles was the saving grace in those scenes. He was. He really was.
For once, it wasn't Eggman.
Knuckles is credit to team.
Knuckles is credit to series.
Credit to series.
Is it The Curse of the Buddy Temple? The English translation of the French title is The Curse of the Popotes. Temple.
What?
And what is a Popotes?
They're not named as the Buddy, they're the Popotes. In French.
I'm trying to think of what that might be.
La Malédiction du Temple de Popotes.
Because
I put that in there because somebody from Quebec actually commented on that video saying your French is hilarious, and I know it is, but I try. God knows I try.
And he tries.
Oh my God, do I try?
Oh boy.
Try for time. Was sunny boom. And he prays. No.
okay.
Oh my God, do I cry?
Where the hell have we gone into this for? Yeah, but that was it.
Why not?
Actually, we can go back and as I've got this up on Sonic.wiki. The Meteor was known as Exchange. Aimlo was known as Coaching Loser. How to Succeed in Evil Without Really Trying was To Become an Evil Genius in 10 Lessons. Don't Judge Me was Do Not Judge Me, because France hates apostrophes. Dr. Eggman's Tomato Sauce was Dr. Eggman's Tomato Sauce. Soul Power was Souls of Hell.
Oh, wow.
Getting pretty dark here.
Hedgehog Day was A Never Ending Day. Sleeping Giant was The Lullaby. Today's episode was Nominatus or Nominatus, which is, I believe, the name of the villain, the other villain, who we will meet in a bit if you're listening in on the podcast version of this. Hello.
Hi.
And on to other ones in the future. Late fees is late penalties, presumably.
It was the library
For a
episode.
reason.
I assume late penalties means penalties for being
Yeah,
late.
that's yeah. As opposed to late penalties and then England get knocked out by Germany or something. Hoarding the hoard is known as good riddance, which I quite like. Cabin Fever doesn't have a title yet, but those are those. We do have some feedback. Feedback and questions. Questions and feedback.
Oh.
Questions and answers. Answers to questions with some Q&A at UK. No, wait, that's from an old show. Angel Cam 7 says, I'm willing to bet anything that Hedgehog harness was meant to be used by Metal Sonic. Well,
But now you have to imagine Metal Sonic
Yeah.
going, no.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't really object for obvious reasons.
Metal Sonic wouldn't object, but he'd probably sort of give a look down, then look up, and then a sort of very long stare.
No, he'd look into the camera, The Office style.
Yeah.
Yes!
Actually, no, it wouldn't work for Metal Sonic, because if Metal Sonic actually wore that Hedgehog harness, Metal Sonic's engines would destroy the harness. He kind of has propulsion out of his back. So,
Whee!
yeah, it would work for approximately 5 seconds before being snapped in two. But we had the parasailing in Sleeping Giant, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that was the same thing. So it does indicate that this is perhaps something that is on general sale in the Boom universe. A confirmed product is the Hedgehog harness. One size fits all hedgehogs. Can be used on foxes and indeed echidnas, but to do so will void your warranty.
Oh.
As opposed to voiding your echidna or your fox.
I think other things, to be totally honest.
Yeah. Angel Cam also says, I don't know which was creepier, Tails' love for his plane or Eggman's love for his Eggmobile.
Well, to be fair, Eggman didn't really get too crazy about his Eggmobile, so...
Are you serious? I thought he was about to cry when he saw it sink into the lava.
He was
Genuinely?
That was again the ridiculously ridiculously sad line reading by Mike Bullock there. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, if you put your heart and soul into maintaining a machine, it's like if you have a car. If you own a car or you own a house, you have pride in that, and it's the same thing, really.
Or own an extensive amiibo collection that I have spent an upwards of $500 to get. Why would you post these facts on Twitter?
I've got bad news for you, Tanner.
I just threatened to burn it.
When you pull that lever, it's going to descend into lava.
Yes, that's how I'm going to burn it.
Yes.
I'm going to burn it all. I'm going to burn it all to the ground. How will you feel about this?
Sad?
Sad, horrified, calling the police now.
Yeah, I think yes, that would be a good starting point, I think, and I think we'll work on the negative emotion from there. So we'll move on to depressed and then to violent rage a bit later.
Yeah, it's like the five stages of amiibo grieving. You've got to go through. The last one being acceptance and going to Shop 2 and buying a new one.
Or just buying Skylanders.
Oh God, no. I used Shop 2 and they're charging me double for my next order and I can't cancel.
Oh no.
Wow. That's some good customer service, Shop 2.
They're fiends.
You monsters. Shop 2 could... Evil Shop 2 is actually just Shop 2.
Evil Shop 2.
It turns out, yeah. Angel Cam 7 also says that episode was the best describes the forced team-ups of Sonic and Eggman in the games. I don't think much in the way of forced team-ups with Eggman and Sonic. I mean,
I guess the first one would be Adventure.
I think they're trying to refer to the general trope of Eggman using a thing and then that thing taking over and then Eggman having to not fight Sonic so that everybody can live.
And that has happened an awful lot in the games.
Eggman tries to enslave ancient technology / beast. Eggman gets ass kicked. Sonic has to save day. I'll get you next time, Sonic. Shake fist.
Or possibly even his own creation.
Yes, or his own creation, indeed.
Because that happened with Gem-L, didn't it, in Sonic Advance 3?
Sonic Heroes, of course. With Neo Metal Sonic and his amazing pointy shoes.
It happened in Sonic Rivals 2, if I remember right, with the Ifrit.
Yes. Oh, yes, because it was his technology and it's got... Yeah.
It was Eggman Nega as well, wasn't it?
The entire plot of Sonic Riders 2 is the Abyss system.
Wasn't it Meteor Tech?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, but I mean the final boss I think was called Abyss.
Oh, it's called something.
There was that other Sonic Riders game which just flat out copied Sonic Heroes. I think that was Free Riders, wasn't it?
If only I'd worked on any of those games, I might be able to tell you some details about them. He says, because he worked on both of them. Actually, a good example of Sega's complete inability to realise stuff in development is the only reason in I think definitely in Free Riders, and I think it was definitely in Free Riders, and I think also in All Stars Racing, the only reason you can turn off the commentary is because I insisted they put it in. Because they couldn't understand that people who played it for a long time might then get a bit bored of the commentary, and they were like, "Oh, that won't happen." It's like, have you ever played anything ever with a commentary? You need the ability to turn it off. I'm just like, it was funny because I'd go back a week later to the people who were playing the thing, and they were like gritted teeth because they were like, "I can't turn the bloody commentary off." And I was like, "Yeah, that's probably why." But they didn't see a reason why they'd need it. It's just like, yeah, let's have just endless Omochow. That's a fantastic idea. But
yes, let's have endless Omochow.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of forced team ups, I mean, there's the one of the advanced games has that. Is that the final boss? Is that, if I'm right?
Advance 3.
Advance 3 has them with, but that is like a proper tag team, isn't it? With like Super Sonic and Eggman.
Yeah, Super Sonic and Eggman are, because it's the team mechanic. So then the team becomes Super Sonic and Eggman together.
Do they have a special name? I hope so.
Non-aggression, I believe, was the name of the boss.
Yeah, which is a stupid name because it makes no sense. It's like naming the final boss passive or friendly.
Well, you got the final boss of Sonic Rush, which was just called Exception.
See, but that's at least a good pun.
Yeah, but even so, it's still like I'm still miffed about just never finding out where they got Angelus the Gatekeeper from for Riders. I still believe that it was lifted from Sonic Wax, because there's just far too much evidence to suggest that they got influence from that name there.
Boy.
Oh, but actually that boss was wonderful. Just Dan Green going, "Whoa!" Just on that. Whoa!
I'm trying to imagine him moving his mouth like that, and it's scaring me. Can he stop? Yeah. Can the imaginary Dan Green stop?
No. It's all good. Froggy.
Froggy.
Adam Smith says... Adam Smith contacts us from the distant past, hands us a copy of The Wealth of Nations and says, I don't think we need to worry about renaming modern Sonic yet, since he should be in future games in the main series, which is kind of true, but even so, there was a sort of line drawn with Generations. Like, this was, or it was supposed to be a line drawn with Generations, and it was like, okay, this is the end of this era, and then we're moving on. But they've kind of not.
Yeah, they've kind of not.
Well, I mean, if you look at runners, I think this is starting a new era that's a combination, at least art style wise, combination
I would like
of
to look
modern
at
and
runners,
classic.
but I can't buy it yet.
Well, I love how it's like, yeah, we'll release it in Japan, and then Canada accidentally got it, and they're like, whatever, nobody's whatever, and then like everything's still in like Japanese. It's like there's a lot of text in English, but then there's like suspicious amounts of Japanese, and like you're playing it and you sort of realize that no, this is just like the Japanese version with like maybe a few English things that possibly were debugged. It's hilarious. It's fun though. But they just don't even care to take it down because lol Canada.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that is sort of started with the toy, or the figure, the
Nendoroid.
The Nendoroid figure, which came out obviously, and then somebody set one on fire, and then got in trouble with the Nendoroid fan base. But that design of like the sort of chibi Sonic, which is like that was a bit of a combination of like the classic and the quote unquote modern.
Squidgick. Squidgick.
Squidgick.
I decided it's called Squidgick.
Okay,
That sounds,
Squidgick.
that sounds like a Pokemon.
It probably is one, actually. Squidgick.
Just kind I'm just looking down at my Sonic Nendoroid.
Squidgick
Squidgick
used realistic plush chili dog. It was super mocked.
It wasn't very realistic.
It's super locked.
It was very.
On the subject of toys, I don't know if anybody cares at all, but apparently you can now get Sonic Boom toys in the UK now.
Oh no, I don't.
What?
Yes, only in the UK. We're keeping them all. We're keeping all the.
So I can buy that Knuckles figure with the two trees that kind of just looked like suitcases because they have handles on, and therefore you can have business Knuckles.
Business Knuckles to his business.
So let me get this straight. You can get the games, you can buy the toys, but you can't watch the show.
No, yeah. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get all the toys. And we're gonna hold them hostage until such time as our demands are met, and you release from your prison, you terrorist organisation. If you release your captive of the Sonic Boom TV series to us.
I just find it funny that you're holding hostage like a finite resource for what America has, which is literally an infinite resource, so they can just say, okay, you can have it, and it's there.
I think you'll find that it might be a finite resource, but because of that, it will go up in value, my friend.
That's true.
We know what the eBay market's like. That's how we're going to get our country, going to get the remains of the economic debt rid of. We're gonna like put a Sonic Boom toy up on eBay every so often. That's how we're gonna clear the debt, and then we're gonna just
it seems better
slowly take over the world from the UK, evil UK. No, that's normal UK.
Yeah, but
yeah, pretty much. Yellow Star says, when it comes to the Hedgehog, I've called him. Either modern, standard, main, or Japanese Sonic. I too am very used to the buff Knuckles.
Japanese Sonic.
Buffles.
Who was it who made the good? Somebody made a really good point the other week when it was just like it kind of. I don't think it was somebody I saw on Twitter, which was like. It made more sense from a design point when you considered Knuckles' actual strengths. That his original design didn't quite make a lot of sense. So
it made sense only in the aspect that he could glide, and they wanted him.
I'd still like to see him glide, as opposed to like fall like a rock, or have the brains of a rock. Or kick the rock at Royal Canyon.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
Or throw rocks.
We've also said we can divide it by the voice actors. Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense.
Let's
No, because then there's
Japanese game,
weird cuts.
Yeah, and so there's like crossover as well. If you count some of the games where like some some stock phrases come in and stuff, it's not like really cut and dry there. Also, the voice actors don't define the actual design of Sonic so much. I mean, you can play Sonic without sound on, but you can't play Sonic without visuals on.
Here's a good example. Classic Dr. Eggman. He in Generations is voiced by Mike Pollock, but in like any other thing he's voiced, it's not. But they're the same character. You know, mind you, in different eras, but the same character. So
that was the best line, by the way. No, Sega is just complete sort of backhanded contempt to the people holding on to Robotnik. Nobody calls me that anymore. It's like, makes complete sense because, like, come on, get with the times. It's been like 13 years.
Oh, and people still hold on to that.
Yeah,
they really need to let go.
Yeah,
just like the people who still call it Mobius.
Yeah, it's just like
I still call it Mobius. It just works.
It's been. I mean, it was primarily Robotnik as the name for 8 years, up until sort of to 91 to sort of 99 when English language as Sonic Adventure came out. And so that was 1999. So it was 8 years where the primary name was that, and it's been what, 15 years.
Although don't forget that at the very start of Sonic Adventure, he did introduce himself as Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, I mean, no one's denied that name ever, but they did do like a very specific crossover with Sonic going, "Ha, Eggman," and then Robotnik getting all steamed up about it. But it's primarily been the name, like, closing in on twice as long in English language as Robotnik is. But anyway,
yeah. People still seem to have a problem with the fact that he's Eggman and not Robotnik, even though he's still technically Robotnik. They didn't actually like delete his name or anything. It's just they just give him a nickname now. So.
Star Wars says, if he is free, maybe some call me Johnny could be a guest.
I'd be down.
I'd love that.
We could have literally anybody now that we have Donnie here. Because he has connections to everyone.
Donnie!
We could just be like,
summon! Donnie uses his internet arcane arts and starts scrawling out things on the floor to summon people from the internet void.
Oh no, you've just reminded me of the horrifying image which we came up with a few weeks ago with Donnie's beard being made up by fingers touching everything.
Oh God, yes.
Oh jeez.
Rob Leno says, another question, a question to us actually. What type of episode would you like to see happen? For me, a space adventure, size-altering episode, an episode about puppets. Why puppets?
Okay, I agree with this.
Puppets?
You know,
how would this work?
Sonic the Hedgehog here.
No, wait. What if it's actually like puppets that were made, and it's not an animated episode, but literally a puppet theater style episode?
Now
What's that mysterious ticking sound?
Now just imagine like a Muppet style Sonic, and
I'm googling Muppet Sonic. It has to have been made already.
Oh, and tell you what, actually, Tanner. I know that you technically wouldn't have grown up with this, but my girlfriend has actually kind of done that.
I just imagine Sonic is Kermit, and then Amy is Miss Piggy.
Look.
Oh, let me see.
It's the most terrifying thing I've ever. No, okay, that's pretty scary. But look at the other thing I also posted.
No, nightmares, all of you.
Ooh, oh.
Oh, Fleetway
I was just kidding.
Oh yes.
I was just kidding about this. I didn't actually mean it.
It's the Sonic Boom with our very special guest star, Mike Pollock. Yay!
And the thing is, me and my girlfriend, we have the means to actually make that happen now. So
yeah. Oh god, no.
It could happen.
What's slightly more disturbing is the fact that I was like, the first thing I really saw was one of Sonic's spines, which seems to be pointing to a very large book on a cult.
What? I closed it too quickly to see this.
Evil Supersonic. It's just like Evil Supersonic has access to books of the occult, and now I'm really worried. If I wasn't worried before about Evil Supersonic, now I'm really. Those of you who are listening and have no idea what we're talking about in terms of Evil Supersonic in the UK Fleetway Sonic the comic, basically the supersonic power. When it manifested itself, Sonic's basically just power, crazy, and evil.
Get around to reading that comic one day.
It's like some sort of say that's where the whole concept behind the Scourge came about originally, but
no, you can't say that because I think you'll find that He Who Shall Not Be Named came up with the entire concept of otherworld characters being evil in anything ever.
Also,
that is a bad cat.
I didn't even actually say it. I didn't even actually say it, and you know that.
You just said it.
I said Ken. I said Pen Kenders, actually, but
there is an account named that.
There probably is, but no. Puppets.
Puppets.
Official.
Puppets. He's a great puppet, mate. Really.
Official Sonic puppet. So,
if
we're talking about Sonic has been puppets. Sonic has been puppets.
Oh, I remember this.
Sonic Live in Sydney.
Oh,
they were puppets.
Let's try not recall Sonic Live in Sydney.
Considering I've never seen, I cannot recall. But I just need you to know.
Confirmed for Summer of Sonic 2000 XX. Mike Pollock sings "Give Me Chaos." That'd be glorious.
Oh boy!
If you don't know what "Give Me Chaos" is, look it up on YouTube.
Thank you.
Right, there is some more stuff actually. Believe it or not, because actually, Burrow says, "Was it is it airing in the Caribbean?" Sonic Boom. I don't know.
The Caribbean is part of Latin America,
So
which was supposed. Considering they're still making that dub, I don't think it is yet, but it will be soon.
He's probably showing up on the map, so. But it's like we don't have any new countries this week, do we, Donnie?
Not that I know. I don't think any new countries were announced or now airing Boom. So
God, 3 weeks of progression. Throw it away.
Throw it all
God
away.
Damn it. We almost had it was you were on a roll, Sonic Boom, and now you've let us down. God damn it. Probably also says a lack of bees in this pre-show commentary. Some bees ought to fix that.
Oh, there's gonna be bees in this. There's bees in this episode.
Apparently, bees don't sting me, but sting Donnie and Kevin.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Why do they sting me?
Thank you, Robert. I hope something terrible happens to you involving bees.
Wow. Wow.
I hope a bee makes you frown.
Yeah, evil bees. Yeah.
I hope a bee makes you not happy.
It's generally associated with frowning, Donnie.
Most of my threats consist of leaving dead birds in people's houses, so I can't make a good one.
Anyway, moving swiftly on to some Freiberger feedback in a couple of places. Because I noticed earlier that Bill has now signed up for the Sonic Stadium message board, which is
dun, dun.
It was nice knowing you, Bill.
Sayonara, Bill the Freiberger.
Yes.
You could have signed up to the Sega forum. Let's be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no escape. There is no escape from the world of Sonic and Stadium. First of all, he says, "Did you guys get a copy of the musical episode? You got the plot beat for beat." Yeah, we so did.
Yep.
We got one of those, you know, to press preview versions.
The press release version.
It'd be a lot damn easier for us if we got one of those, to be honest, but we don't. No, yeah, it's an idea though. It was an idea. The charity record. I still think that could work as a thing. Bill said also it's difficult for Tails to go from his plane to flying with his tails because he's buckled in. That is true.
Logic.
But that is true. But the good thing about planes is that you generally with the seatbelt have a way of undoing it. Guys,
but that's very, very unsafe. You don't want to set the kids have a bad message.
Yeah.
He gave a second justification, which was Tails wouldn't abandon his plane and let it crash.
Except
stay in the
pretty
plane.
sure that happened once?
He'd stay in the plane and try and save it from crashing. Yeah. Has he really succeeded? Well, he succeeded
never really
the other
succeeded,
day.
but it's his baby, so why would he leave it?
It still doesn't explain the duck noise. I want this to be explained.
Maybe it's
Explain
just
the
like
noise, damn it.
when in Parappa the Rapper you're doing badly and then this duck starts playing over the song.
Tails does have a history of sort of going down with the ship, though, doesn't he? Because he did it in Adventure. Despite the fact that Sonic was actually yelling up like, to bail out, and Tails just goes down.
Crash.
Tails, yeah. The plane explodes, and Tails is just like, fine.
Tails, you're gonna crash.
Yeah.
The plane explodes. Sonic's head kind of explodes. It's all good.
And then later on, they get the wing shot off, and then they crash, and Sonic falls from a great height and lands headfirst into the ground, and is perfectly fine. Thus starting the running
with
gag.
Atari sound effects, mind you.
Yes, very
when he's
much
falling.
So starting the best gag.
Yeah.
My favourite gag.
Somebody, Cat, also commented on that comment that it made sense. Why would a parent abandon their sick child?
Yes.
I just like the idea of if Tails is the father, then the mother is like some sort of Boeing 747 somewhere.
Oh, jeez.
And then there was
Tails is the parent, because I didn't want to draw mother or father roles.
It
sounded like a bad idea.
On the SSMB, Bill also left a very interesting comment, which may or may not be as a result of stuff that we had a conversation that we had when he was on the show. Sega has asked that I not discuss whether or not Shadow or Metal Sonic will appear in the Sonic Boom cartoon, so I can neither confirm nor deny any rumours about either of those two characters.
But he did confirm that. But he did confirm in that episode where the Sonic's supposed to encounter a rival and all that. No, it's not Shadow in that.
Apart from all those other times, or rather, Sega is asked, but I think Bill's memory is being forgetful on what he may have agreed to, which is good for us. But
Jesus Christ, there he is.
But dear SSMB, we've already had it confirmed that there is no Shadow or Metal Sonic
in season one, quote unquote.
In season 1. For the very specific reason that this would be considered a big deal. Big deal would be established to require more than one episode, and we know there are no two-parters in this series. So,
speaking of future series, there is that bit of news that was the whole new job ad suggesting that there may be further seasons planned.
Yes, I'm applying for it.
Are you really?
As am I.
No.
I need a job. I'm best suited for it. I mean, you've heard my commentary. I can make the best executive decisions, like making them eat poutine instead of chili dogs.
Poutine
you can also do some excellent voice acting.
Exactly.
Tanner, if you had it your way,
I'll
you'd
be
have,
everyone.
Tanner, if you had it your way, you'd have
Probably could
Sega
be
just
everyone.
make.
It's terrifying.
You just have Sega make amiibos of every single Sonic character. So there'd be like a big amiibo.
I may or may not have requested that before.
There'd be a perfect Chaos amiibo.
Yes. Can I have?
No.
Can I have like a perfect chaos statue in general, though?
It would just be Tanner's way of ruining John's wallet.
I don't know, Jono. Could we have one?
Figure,
Have one
make
more.
a first four figure of a perfect chaos, but to scale with the modern Sonic.
Oh, God.
First four figure.
So how much would you like to pay, and how much would you like us to charge on shipping for that?
Okay, here's my soul.
Just fly it over and put it in my pool in the backyard.
Well, there was actually this actually reminds me of a very funny thing, which was a bit of an in-joke when it was years ago. Somebody actually put up a suggestion for the Dr. Eggman statue, the classic Dr. Eggman statue, saying that it would have to be limited to one, just a one. It would have to be built in space because that's the only place on Earth where it would be able to be kept. The authenticity card unfortunately has floated off somewhere into deep space, so we can't authenticate it. I'm sorry. Would you like to add it to your basket, quote unquote?
I like the idea that actually, the Hubble Space Telescope has been damaged. Send up astronauts. There's like an Eggman statue sticking out, sticking out of one of the solar panels. His legs kicking in the air.
Well, the joke actually was that the thing would become so big, but Earth would actually start orbiting around it. So,
yes, well, that's canon because Dr. Eggman believes the world revolves around him anyway. So
yes, I know, and Universal Figures would make that happen.
yeah, excellent.
And the best thing is that would probably glow because of the sun's radiation hitting it.
Yeah.
So,
What's the difference between? Is there going to be an exclusive version of this statue?
Well, it was limited to one of one. I think that one was the exclusive. There may be maybe two regular ones, which have probably been lost somewhere. Yeah, going back to your thing about a perfect chaos statue. If you did want to put that to scale, with the one which is already floating around in space and the Earth is actually orbiting around at this moment in time. Let's see. I would say that the solar system might be a bit of a stretch to put it. I'd imagine that you'd probably be able to see it from Earth, though, if you actually put it in Andromeda. Andromeda is looking to be quite an attractive place to actually build a perfect
but the problem is if you store a gigantic perfect chaos statue in Andromeda, you then have got to go out to Andromeda every so often to like clean out Andromeda of any dust or any smears that have gone across Andromeda that you need to get a like cleaning cloth to sort of removed with some some cleaning solution, and and
to also change the 1.56 septillion AA batteries you need to power the exclusive features.
I mean, yeah.
This is the most interplanetary merchandise I've ever heard.
Yeah, and
it all still pales in comparison to Gurren Lagann.
Like I now just imagine like a giant perfect chaos statue just floating around in space. And
it's okay, we'll power it with spiral energy.
This is how Super Mario Galaxy came about. Like this is just like one day they just all decided, hey, let's just make a giant statue in space, and then that's how it came about.
Bowser decided to be that statue.
God, Sega, you're copying Nintendo again. Just copying Mario Galaxy.
That's pretty funny considering what happens in this episode.
There's one question, but I'm going to say one more question, but I'm going to save it for the post show.
Is it a girthy question? We're going to talk about it for a while.
It has potential.
Oh, potential girth. Okay, that's good.
What?
Potential girth.
It has potential girth.
Sorry, I blanked out for a second, and now we're talking about girth, and now I'm very confused.
Don't worry.
It's exactly what you think it means.
Right, so the episode is called
Let's Play Musical Friends.
Let's Play Musical Friends. And you may be familiar with the writer because the writer is the series director.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not even going to try and say the name because I always get the damn name wrong. Come
on, give it the old college try.
It's obviously Tanner.
I left college many years ago. By this point, Tanner, I'm not going to. You'll see what it is. It'll be up on the screen.
I mean, it's obviously Tanner.
Podcast people.
They have Google. Look it up.
What about the people with podcasts without internet?
Why don't you say it, Tanner?
Type it in the chat and I'll say it.
Oh,
I will say it.
Oh, good luck.
Give it my old college try myself.
I'm saying now, good luck.
Or as I should say, my university try. Oh God!
Now you see why.
It's Natalis Rao Swizak.
Well done, sir. Please send all comments relating to how he got it wrong to Tanner, not me.
To Tanner at tanner.com/Tanner, all capitals.
Tanner, yeah. then followed by several exclamation marks, or one, and then another exclamation mark.
And a hyphen.
Yeah, and a misplaced hyphen. Yes, only episode so far. But nice to see. But so he's actually somebody new, though, for writing credits, which may be interesting to these guys in the post show when they give you sort of their more rounded opinions on the episode. So it is time we go. Yes, do we all have the link?
Yes, Donnie put one in the chat in bird form.
Yes, it's the one. There should be a link which ends in Q, which is the one we will be using.
I've just dropped it in.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's just lovingly been amusing. Just Sonic. Sonic's been staring into my soul again for the last hour and a half, and
it may look a bit sort of awkward at the beginning, like the first 5 or 6 seconds, guys. Don't worry about it. It becomes clearer later on. By the when it actually kicks in and starts properly. I'm just saying that because you're probably looking at the first couple of frames and go, oh my god, this is what we're watching. But it's not like that at all. Okay, right. Very very quickly. I need to do a time check.
Otherwise Jamie will be unhappy.
He'll kill me.
He'll fire us all.
Yeah, so it's been like an hour.
Rage of Jamie descends upon us like hellfire from the heavens.
It's below that, and it was.
Hellfire doesn't come from the heavens; it comes from hell.
That's how twisted upside down this is.
Jamie is beyond both, but neither.
Yeah, well, it's.
We shall drown him in sunflowers.
Okay, so Jamie, if you're listening, this is you need to start thinking about the episode now. There we go. That's good. That's going to be so helpful. No, I'll figure it out. I want you to
write it down.
Yeah, and tell him. I know. I was just joking. Right. So if everyone's got their link up, let's start, everybody, and we can do that in 3, 2, 1. Click.
Click.